What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Fluid Ace back again with another video, and in today's video we are now reviewing episode 6. I'm probably gonna make this a review and sort of just make it like that, but needless to say, it was a great episode. It was an amazing episode. Powerplex, which is sort of the main theme of this episode, is awesome. Very tragic story. So I'm just gonna basically give you guys a rundown through the story, because I still don't know how I want to format these things. I don't know if I want to go by characters. I did characters last time. That video did pretty good. So we're gonna go through like a episode breakdown. So like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy the vibes. So starting off, we have Powerplex and his sister. If you take a look at this is actually the same character models of episode 1. I mean, not episode 1, season 1, episode 8. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, so basically you have the daughter, and basically you get introduced to the powers, and basically these are the two people that Invincible tried to save in season 1 finale. So basically they die, and bro's losing his mind here. He's losing his mind. He's like, oh my gosh, Gretchen, I think her name was. So yeah, and then basically that lady that Mark had the arm for, he just didn't get it. He thinks that Mark killed her somehow, or Invincible killed her, and basically he starts to lose his mind. And I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of this. So you're like, okay, reasonable. He lost his sister, who raised him, and then he goes to get like a petition. He's like, hey, I've got a couple thousand signatures. Why can't we press charges against Omni-Man? That doesn't work out, and then he gets to go work for the CD. Is it CD? I don't even know. Whatever. The Avengers program thingy, basically. And he just basically hates Watch Mark. This is insane, actually. Insane that he actually hates Watch Mark getting put through a train. That's actually kind of... I don't want to aspire to any sort of level of hate like this. This is crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. But needless to say, he's like, look, Invincible, Omni-Man, these guys are always doing whatever. But we're going to cut to Mark, Eve, and Oliver training. So Oliver's doing sort of his training vibe, and basically they are trying to get Oliver experience, and Eve and Mark are sort of there to like guide him through the process, and they take him to actually go train with I don't know if it's Elephant Man, but basically he's like, yo, look, I'm not a training person. But either way, skipping that, they sort of have this moral discussion about Nolan, which is like, hey, my dad who raised me and your dad who raised me are the same person, but he was also a Viltrumite who ended up killing a lot of people. And Oliver's really struggling with that. Like, he's like, look, I remember a lot because of my DNA, and I remember him being a good person. So like, what's happening here? Either way, Powerplex steals some technology from the CDC, and he just goes crazy. His wife, these are both voiced by the people from Breaking Bad, the couple, Jesse's couple in that, so that was pretty cool. But either way, he gets some power storage unit that sort of amplifies power, and she has to like beat him with a sledgehammer. Kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was kind of crazy. And they're sort of very dysfunctional, and it's very sad, and I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, needless to say, we cut back to the Grayson household, and Paul's there, I think that's his name. And I get the storyline, I'm just not interested. I get what they're trying to do, because more of the Debbie stuff happens later. But needless to say, Powerplex, he jumps off a building to get a power amp, and he starts to terrorize the city because he's like, where's Invincible? Absolutely one of the best Invincible title cards ever, so awesome. Mark is out bowling with his best friend. I forget his name, but Eve even Amber, Amber shows up with her boyfriend. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who had a girlfriend already, so I'm kind of confused at what happened there, but I'm not going to say anything. But Powerplex decides to start not torturing, but he's like, give me Invincible. Best title card, like I said before. Shapesmith shows up, and he's like, hey, you're not getting Invincible. Either way, Shapesmith wins, and he basically bolts off. And he's like, he didn't show up. But cutting back to the teen teams, that's what I'm gonna call them. Rudy is fixing Monster Girl's, I don't know her actual name. Is it Kate or something? I don't know. But Monster Girl is there looking like, hey, he's like, I got a fix to your solution. I'm gonna like fix it. And basically he fixed it. That's it. He installs like some. We'll see. Don't worry. You'll see later. Basically, we have what do you call these guys? These guys are weird. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, they're sad and weird at the same time. Cut to the memorial service for the people who died in Chicago, and basically Paul's like, we're flying and everyone's flying, and it's not normal, and Paul's having a very tough time with that, and I wouldn't expect him not to, because crazy. Needless to say, we're cutting back to Rudy, and he's basically trying to fix Omni Girl's mom and Monster Girl's thing, and he installs an Infinity Stone into a belt, and it's sort of like, it's a complicated measure, but basically Monster Girl, when she transforms, it's her data, basically her old DNA gets deleted, and then I can't even explain it to you, bro. It's hard. Needless to say, we cut then to Rex and Ray, and they're sort of having an argument talking about I think Ray wants to quit and she wants to live a normal life. I think we've been getting that theme throughout the season. And I think she's like, I'm quitting, I'm leaving the Guardians, I want to be normal. And that's rightfully so, because you have people like this who Powerplex decides to crash the memorial for some reason, don't know why. Eve, instead of letting Mark take hold, Eve pulls up and she's like, you clearly see why Eve is so much better than Mark, because she's like, okay, basically if I hit him, he's gonna power up. So basically she just captures him. It's just so easy. But yeah, Mark doesn't end up fighting, and Eve just captures him effortlessly. She's like, oh, I can tell by your power that like when I hit you, you power up, so I'm just not gonna hit you, I'm just gonna capture you. Bro, it's so peak. Like, if Mark could use like a little bit of his brain, he'd be on Eve's level. Eve is clearly the more powerful person. It's so interesting. Then we cut back to Ray and Rex again, who are talking about basically, hey, Ray, I'm quitting. And we sort of get some backstory on Rudy and on Rex, not Rudy. And he's like, hey, look, this has been my life. I was sold off by my parents. I don't know anything else. I don't really want to give this up. He doesn't know how to cope, and it's really interesting. But they end up kissing. They finally have their moment. This will be discussed in the spoiler video that I will be dropping on Monday, so I'm not going to talk about anything anymore. Basically, Donald meets with Invincible. He's like, hey, look, here's what we have on him. It seems like they already had tabs on everything, so I don't know how he got so far, but either way, Powerplex escapes by using his kinetic energy store thingy by doing this. And I don't like, see right here, it's just instantaneous, shoot him on sight, but that's just me. He starts doing that, shoot him on sight. He starts losing his mind. He's like, Invincible won't come face me, I need to try something different, or he wants to give up. And the wife comes up with some crazy plan. Insane plan, bro. Insane plan here. I don't know why, but needless to say, he decides to fake take her hostage for some reason, and it was the most insane, bizarre thing, bro. Insane, bizarre thing. Insane work. And look, taking the kid, tying up the kid too, absolutely diabolical. I can't defend this. The kid didn't need to be tied up, bro. You didn't have to do all that. But switching over, this is the face you make when you realize you messed up, bro. This is how it sounds.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Crazy. Like, oh my goodness. It's so annoying. But either way, they end up burnt toast. For real. Like, the kid, bro, I guess hair doesn't conduct, I guess. So that's why the hair's still on their body. Insane work, bro. Insane. The kid did not, you could have just left the kid out, but hey. But either way, bro's crashing out. He's crashing out, bro. He's losing it. And I gotta say, this is the face you make when you know you messed up, bro. This is it right here. And you know what? He deserved it. I don't want to say he deserved it, because it's just two broken individuals who just did some messed up things. But I don't know how to explain it. It's just, either way, he starts to flip out, bro. He flips out, starts shooting lightning at Mark. Mark has now adjusted to like the damage or whatever. So he's like, hey, bro, I'm just gonna do a little walk to you, and then I'm just gonna kill you. Not kill you, but he's gonna disarm you. Yeah, and he gets disarmed. And like, me personally, he's gotta go. There's no rehabilitating this person. Maybe Cecil can work his magic, but like he's like, hey, look, it's your fault. My wife and child are dead, so I'm just gonna kill you. I'm just gonna find you and kill you. And you know what? That's kind of weird. Needless to say, we're cut back to Mark, and he's being watched by one of those drones again. We know it's Angstrom Levy, and Levy has assembled a series of versions of Mark. Yeah, another set of versions. That's why the screen has been flickering this whole season, because that's what happens. Because he assembles a whole bunch of different multiverses of Mark. So yeah, pretty awesome. And I gotta say, this episode was absolutely amazing. It was like sad, interesting, all at the same time. And I'm hoping that the next 2 episodes are gonna be awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. This is sort of a breakdown and my thoughts about it. Yeah, pretty much awesome. I would give this episode probably like an 8 out of 10, because I think even though it doesn't contribute to like the story and the overall, well, it does towards the end, it's more of a side plot, and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. So hopefully we can get more of that. Once again, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you like this style of videos of me walking through the episode, I'll do these more, because these more seem sort of fluid, and I can sort of always decrease the time between clips so that it stretches out more and I can have more time to talk. So if you like these type of styles of videos, hit down below. I'm not gonna do all like that like original, like put memes in there and stuff. Not my sort of thing. I just like to talk and yap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the vibes.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would